Ultima Underworld. Oh god. Went a bit funky there, but we're good. We're fine. Ultima Underworld, the Stygian Abyss. Is this in the D&D universe? No, it's in the Ultima universe. It says Ultima. Right. I'll run the introduction. Hopefully it's not too loud, but also loud enough you'll be able to hear it.
At last, you are asleep. For 3 nights, each attempt to rest has brought you starting from your bed in fright, with no memory of what horrified you so. With a sickening sense of déjà vu, you begin to dream.
Treachery and doom. My brother would unleash a great evil. Britannia is in peril.
Sure that the ghost can take you to
Treachery
Britannia,
and doom.
you allow yourself to be drawn to him.
A visitor, and from far away indeed. Were he not dead, I'd suspect my brother sent thee. No matter, thou shalt serve to draw the hounds from the scent.
Below, a creature heads toward the dark woods, a thrashing sack slung over its massive shoulder.
What hast thou done with our lord's daughter Ariel? Dropped her below to an accomplice, I'll wager.
The voice acting is amazing.
Well, he'll nigh escape us, and when we bring him back, you'll both hang.
Several tense hours later, you are dragged before Baron Ulmric. Ignoring you, Ulmric questions his captain.
What news, Corwin?
Forgive us, my lord. The foul creature escaped. A score of us gave chase, but it fled into the Stygian Abyss with poor Ariel. We were attacked, goblins and worse, my lord. Only 3 of us survived.
I see.
The Baron turns his hard grey eyes upon you.
I was warned of thy coming. Last fortnight, an apparition of an old, haggard man appeared in my dreams. Guard thy daughter well, it warned, for an evil one shall come to steal her away. I posted guards at Ariel's door, but still you took her from me. They say thou didst drop her to a troll waiting below. What sayest thou?
You explain that you are the Avatar, and that you are innocent.
Whether thou speak truth or falsehood, I cannot say. Stories tell of the coming of the Avatar, but years have passed since he visited here. If thou art truly the Avatar, then perhaps thou canst offer hope. None here can survive the Stygian Abyss and rescue Ariel. My mind is set. Corwin shall take thee to the Abyss. Return here with my daughter, and thy innocence shall be proven. If thou dost not return, Avatar, then thy lies shall have brought thee low.
This be the foul pit's only entrance. Once it is locked, none can pass. I will shut thee in and stand guard till I hear Ariel's voice from within. Otherwise, 'twill remain shut forever.
There you go. Yeah, there are, if I recall, including the Underworld games, there are something like 11 Ultima games. Actually, no, more like 12 really, because there was a Calibeth as well. So, but yeah, you had a Calibeth, Ultima 1, 2, 3, 4, And then Ultima Underworld 1 and 2, which are kind of a spin-off thing. And then you have Ultima 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We don't talk about Ultima 9. We don't. It's, yeah. We'd rather pretend it doesn't exist, frankly. But yeah. Seven had 2 versions. Yeah, well, there was the Black Gate and there was the Serpent Isle, wasn't there? And I never really played the Serpent Isle, and I barely played the Black Gate, to be honest with you. So I've never been clear on whether it was an expansion or whether it was like a separate game entirely or what. So. But yes. Anyway, how's the audio? Do I need to turn it down or up or what? It's not that noisy a game, really, once you get into it, but... Ultima 9 established EA as a bad guy in the industry. Yeah, kind of. Sounds good. All right. Seems a little loud in my earphones, to be honest with you, but maybe it's not loud, and maybe Warcraft was just unusually loud, and this is normal. All right. Create character. Choose character sex. Let's be lady. A very pixelated lady, but hey. Select handedness. I guess we'll be right-handed. Pick a class: fighter, mage, bard, tinker, druid, paladin, ranger, or shepherd. I think I'm gonna... What's a oh, no. Oh, God. Oh, dear. I think I'm leaning towards fighter because I don't remember how magic works in this game, and I don't have the manual to hand to go find out, so... I know it involves those little runes in the bag, and I don't remember much more than that, so... Yeah, I have never played a shepherd. I have no freaking idea what the deal with that one is. I think I'm just gonna be a fighter. Yeah, I'm gonna be a fighter. Pick a skill: attack or defense. Attack. Pick a skill: unarmed, sword, axe, mace, or missile. Wait a minute, unarmed. Do I really want to do that to myself? It's slightly tempting. Hold on. Welcome back to the desktop, by the way. The wiki says, unarmed combat is sheer desperation. While survival is possible, this skill should be ignored. Okay, right, I probably shouldn't inflict that upon myself then. That's a safe bet. Mace never gets enough love. You know what? I agree with you. Let's have a mace. Pick a skill: swimming, trap, search, charm, acrobat, or appraise. I'm gonna go with swimming because there's a lot of swimming in this game, and it's a painful experience if you don't have any skill in swimming. Right. Oh, and pick a portrait. Who should we go for? Got eye patch lady. Everyone's yelling eye patch. Eye patch it is. Difficulty standard. Name? We need a name for our eye patched. mace fighter with red hair. I shall call her Moira. There we go. It's based on a 40k character I have, actually. Keep this character, yes. Oh god, it's doing this thing with my mouse again. I managed to get this to stop doing that at some point. I forget how I did it. Oh. Ultima, behave yourself. But I'm not moving the mouse right now. My hand is off the mouse, and it just keeps doing this, and I can't remember how to fix it. I think if I Alt-Tab enough times, it might sort itself out. There we go. However... Right, if I hold down the Alt key, it stops. Or Control, for that matter. Ultima, what the heck are you smoking? I mean, if I just hold down the Alt button the entire time, we're good, but that's a little bit, You say unplug and replug the mouse like it's the simplest thing in the world. I have to go around an entire desk and turn on some lights so I can see back there, and yeah, it's like... unplugging and plugging in the mouse on this computer is no simple task. Anyway, here we are in the Stygian Abyss. I'm going to keep holding the Alt key for now. With nothing to our name. That's our health, that's our magic. These are the different commands we can give. We can talk to stuff, we can pick up stuff, we can look at stuff. We can draw weapons, which at the moment consists of our fists. And we can use things. Let's go to look for now. So, for example, you see a plant. Also, if we walk over here, the writing reads, "We attacked the entrance with all manner of tools, but it gave not a hair. It simply cannot be breached. Hence, we have resigned ourselves to die in this hellish pit. Elsmore." Also has an interesting control setup where it's not WASD, but it's like WASD and Z and X and C. S is walk, W is run, X is backwards, and so on and so forth. And yeah, I really don't know what's going on with the mouse. This is very odd. We are playing Ultima Underworld, Stannis. I'm trying to anyway, but it seems to have an issue with my mouse. I'm trying to figure out exactly what that issue is. If I play it in a window like this, it's fine, but if I full screen it... Okay, we're good now. Alright, that fixed it. I don't know what happened there. It seems to have an issue with, like, the Alt key or something. There we go. We're good now. We can start playing properly. Alright, so... here is a bag. Let's pick up the bag. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Alright, I'm going to have some issues with the controls at first, folks. Takes some getting used to. There is a bag. Inside the bag, we find a sword. And a torch, which we can light, I believe. There we go, like that, like so. We found also a fish, a loaf of bread, which we can examine. A day-old fish, a day-old loaf of bread, and a day-old apple. Food will go off after a while if we leave it sat around, I think. And a map. Inscribed upon the scroll is your map. I'm going to put that in the main inventory here. And use it. There we go. That's us. Right down to the bottom there. It's kind of difficult to see, but that is us down there. We can write on the map. For example, entrance. So we make notes as we go along. Do we have a hunger meter? We do. If I click on this, it'll tell us if you're currently well fed and awake. You're on the first level of the abyss. It is the first day of your imprisonment. You guess that it is currently early evening. We also have a skull, a plant. The plant I think might be useful, so let's grab it. Nothing to get. I beg to differ. I believe I can tilt the camera down if I need to as well. And the 3D gets a little bit weird because it's not proper 3D. It's like 2.5D. Can't pick that up. Okay, apparently I can't pick that up. Is it just me or is this a bit loud? This music track that's playing right now. Just a very tiny bit too loud. That's what I thought. And we're back. Damn it! Stop it, game. Uh-oh. Okay. Oh my days. Ultima, will you just behave? Why is it doing this? It's fine if I'm like this. Why does it do this? Why does it do this? I managed to fix it earlier. If I just alt-tab enough times, it might do it. That's when I hit enter as well to get it into full screen. Bastard thing, come on. You just work, please. There we go. Yes, we're good now, finally. Bloody hell. Let's hope I don't have to alt-tab for anything again anytime soon. So it is such a silly bug. I don't know why it's doing it either. This is the first time it's ever happened to me. I've played this game in the past before, and that never happened, I can assure you. There we go, there's a plant. Let's put that in the bag here. This is a plant. I believe we can eat it if we really want to. That is a pile of debris. This is a door. It's locked. Maybe a button to open it, if I recall. Yes, here we go. And the door is open. And in here we find a flail of some sort. A broken mace. Oh, we don't really want a broken mace. That we don't want. No space to drop that. Oh. There we go. Another bag, which contains 2 half-burnt candles, a mushroom, and a worn cudgel. We shall take this worn cudgel and equip it as our main weapon because we have mace skill. Speaking of which, them's our stats. First level fighter, we got traits 25 strength, 17 dex, 18 intelligence, 35 vitality or hit points or whatever, 2 mana. 4 XP. Attack 12, defense 6, unarmed 0, sword 0, axe 0, mace 9. And various other skills as well, as you can see. We got 5 points in swimming as well, which is helpful. Are the dungeons randomly generated? No. No, none of that Daggerfall nonsense. It's all handcrafted and mapped out in a relatively sane manner. It is locked. We could try and bash that open. It might take a while though, and we'd probably damage one of our weapons in the process, so we might just ignore it for now. That's also locked. Yeah. However, what I will do is make a note on the map that this is locked doors. Also, we should probably be saving the game whenever we get the chance. I don't know if there's a hotkey for that. 6, 7. One of these is the rest button, not a spell. Detect a few creatures to the northeast. I wonder what that was, F9. Probably listen or something. Oh yeah, F10 is to sleep. Thou hast arrived, they have already. But with haste and seek out and speak to the civilized inhabitants of the abyss. They end, and thy decisions and actions will... Okay, we're having weird, funky dreams, as you do. Oh, and because I slept with the torch still on, the torch has gone out, and that was very stupid of me. So, tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna restore the game. There we go, and make a mental note to put the torch out before we go to sleep. And here we have an Ort Stone. And a Juxtastone. These are the rune things you need to cast spells with. And as I said, because I don't have the manual to hand, I can't really be bothered to figure out how those work, so that's why we're not playing a mage. We have a bag, which contains a red key, and a scroll. My dearest Alfred, go into the abyss, knowing that I will not forget thee. As bitter as the Baron's justice doth seem, 'tis better than a hangman's noose. No matter the passing of years, I will await thy return. Yours forever, Sandra. And this is a bag, a rune bag for putting runes in, unsurprisingly. Again, it's all to do with the magic, and I don't understand how the magic works. I'm just going to dump them in here anyway. Figure it out later. Oh, and put those in there too. You can put bags within bags in this game as well, by the way. Yeah, I've got the manual digitally. It's just I ain't alt-tabbing again. It's not happening. It took us like 6 attempts to get the mouse to behave itself, so... Ah! A foe! Alright, we are victorious. It seems to have just turned into a red smear on the ground. You see a bloodstain, yep. What else do we have here? A badly worn leather leggings. Badly worn leather leggings. That's difficult to say in some circumstances. But I shall take them and wear them. Also, some cheese! And some chicken. At least I assume it's chicken. Let's hope it's chicken. Just meat. A day-old piece of meat. A day-old piece of cheese. Still well-fed and awake. No need to start eating just yet. Let's do another save. Ah, hello. What's that? Oh, that's just a bone, isn't it? Looks like it might have been a scroll, but... Piece of wood, a bone, yes. Alright, let's have a look at the old map here. Where are we? This is not the way, I don't think. I want to go east. Nice of the Baron to throw us in here with a working compass.
Watching you, scum.
Call me Starfish. Welcome back. 3 months in a row. I appreciate the support, Starfish. We have Thaco armor rating. Good question. Did it go down when we put that on? I guess so, yeah. Something... It's the old school, the lower your armor rating, the better kind of a system. It is locked. Not for bloody long, if you ask me. Right, I'll use the sword dagger thing. What is this? Badly worn dagger. Yeah, we'll go ahead and use that. because if it breaks, I won't care. Actually, what am I doing? I'm a moron. We have a key. Key unlocks the lock. There you go. You can tell we're a fighter. I'm role-playing here. My first thought was to bash the door down, even though I had a key. What do you have here? Another candle? I think that I can put that in the other bag with the other candles. And what is that? Mushrooms. A shortcut to what? Mushrooms! And that is... what is this? A bedroll. Ah. It's probably useful. Oh, hello. Hang on a second. That's not our armor, that is it? That's our carry capacity or something. Our defense is effectively our armor class, because putting on those leggings made it go up to 6 instead of 5, I think. Tilset looks very eye of the beholder. And look! A person! You see a mellow outcast named Braggett. Hello, Braggett. May I talk with you? May I speaketh with thou? Hail, stranger, what be thy business? I have not seen thee in this place before. I was thrown in here as punishment for a crime I did not commit. And justly imprisoned art thou. 'Tis the usual story, my lass. But that is not to say... Oh my goodness, right. But that is not to say it may not be true in thy case, I suppose. Thou needst not be ashamed of thy misfortune, lass. Thou art in the same pot with all of us now. If thou art to have a chance of surviving in the abyss for long, thou must learn the lay of the land. Indeed, I would be eager to learn of this area. First off, I would suggest picking up anything thou dost find that seems of use. Items here are scarce enough. Thou wouldst be well advised to take what thou can. Scavenge all you want, but stealing is ill-advised. Most of the Abyss's inhabitants guard jealously the few possessions that they have. Battle sites are the best for scavenging. That's why I'm here. A battle took place here not long ago. A battle between the goblins and the above-worlders. What inhabitants are there? The goblins control most of these upper caves. 2 races there are, the green and the grey. If they do not destroy each other, it is not for lack of trying. Be thou especially careful of the grey goblins. I was recently imprisoned by them for trespassing. How didst thou escape? My prison cell was evidently a converted storeroom, for it had a stock of useful items, including a long pole. Using the pole, I was able to reach for a button which opened the door to my cell. I sneaked away and returned to my people. I do not think I will venture there again. Tell me of thy people. The humans, like thee and myself, have staked out a small area in which we live in relative peace. Below us are the mountain men, and after that, I do not know. Where is this enclave of humans? Thou canst find my people by going west from the entrance to the abyss and then north. There is a small chasm to jump over, but thou dost seem to be a dexterous lass. Past the chasm, or what am I doing? The chasm is the sign of civilization everywhere throughout the abyss. The banner of Cabarrus, marked with an ankh, the sign of the Avatar. Outside of areas marked with the banner, thou shouldst watch thyself most carefully. Most creatures who do not respect Cabarrus' legacy are not particularly friendly. Hey, some guy. I thank thee for thy help. Good luck in thy travels. Thanks, Braggett. Let us save thy game. Let's put him on the map, shall we? Here be Braggett. I'm actually going to type that. Here be Braggett. Well, I probably don't want to fall down there. A bloodstain. That's not good. Let's just draw our weapon. Whoa, wrong weapon. Oh, and a bit of a jump here. All right. Jump is J, I believe. Yes, it is. Bloody hell, we can jump quite far. All right. I recall from playing this game many years ago, there's an enemy around here somewhere. I'm hearing something. No enemy. Usually there's a bat creature down here that attacks you, but whatever. Oh, there's you. There's definitely you, little worm thing. Now a very X-worm thing. A dead rotworm. Saveth the game. And we have this. Which has done something. Oh, and a shield, hello. Make good use of that. Ah, here's the bat creature. You annoying little git. Die! It's running away. This won't do. Oh, I'm in the water. I see you, creature. You will not escape me that easily. Foul fiend! Ah! I love how it plays that little triumphant bit of music every time you kill an enemy in this game. Marvelous. It just straight up disappeared, didn't it? Oh. Alright. Now we know why I remember it, yes. It also poisoned me, the little git. I think this plant might get rid of the poison, if I recall. You see a plant. Plant is plain but nourishing. But no, it didn't get rid of my poison, unfortunately. There's a little green mushroom. That might just make things worse, though. A large boulder. That's what that is. So what lies this way? Lots of water. That's what lies this way. Bats of unusual size, yeah. Well, that opens something, so it stands to reason. Maybe the bat came from the place that it opened. Although, I know not where, for I cannot see any kind of opening. Maybe there's something up here. Well, if there is, I can't see it. Oh, Braggett's gone. No, there he is. He's still here. Braggett, how do I fix my poison? I'm dying here, man. This is not still Warcraft 1, no. Oh, I should probably change the stream to... Oh, no, I alt-tabbed! Oh, God. Sorry, folks. I did it without thinking. Alright, well, I changed the title. Hope it was worth it. Please don't do it again. Please don't. Oh! We got lucky. We got lucky. The mouse isn't screwed up. Okay, cool. Phew. I'll just save the game. Slot 1. Call it 5. I'm a little bit hesitant to do so on account of the fact that I am, in fact, still poisoned. Just the game's being a little bit laggy. Oh, it's because right. So when I hold down the shift key, it goes into sort of this weird alternate mode. Let's not do that. Well, let's see if we can rest here at least. I'll get the dream again. Thou hast arrived, they have already, but with haste and virtue we can. Read this very quickly, because I seek out and speak to the civilized inhabitants of the abyss. They end, and thy decisions and actions will... Alright, well, we're no longer poisoned, and we got full health again, so at least we can just rest and that deals with it. But I think there's some sort of item that we can get that, oh, the torch has got used up. Never mind. I got some candles here. Maybe that'll do the trick. There we go. Not really as effective as the torch, I imagine, but it'll have to do. Alright. Saveth thy game. 6. Yeah, that's definitely not as effective as the torch. It'll have to do, though. Alright. So, we now find ourselves in a watery bit. Good thing I picked the swim skill, A. Means I'm moving slightly faster than I would otherwise. Aha! We have serviceable leather boots and a serviceable leather cap. Don't mind if I do. Oh, God. It's really weird with S being walk forwards instead of walk backwards. But hey, we have shoes now and a hat. Excellent. This will be of aught use. Hasn't upped our defense much, has it? Whatevs. We just look a little bit more dashing now, which helps. Whereas walk backwards is X. So basically, the controls in this game for movement, you can use the mouse like almost Doom style, like this. I find this a little bit difficult, honestly. But the controls for keyboard are W is run forward, S is walk forward. A is turn left, D is turn right, X is walk backwards when there's room. There you go, see. X is walk backwards, and Z and C are to strafe. The music might sound a bit better if I actually had decent MIDI software, but sadly I don't, so... Swim. Swim. Where to? I don't really know, but just keep swimming. To quote Dory. That is definitely some sort of variety of angry mollusk. I think we should Make haste. Can we fight in the water? I can't remember. The mighty Kraken. Ah, here we go. Those are leeches. It wasn't a plant, it's leeches. That's what you need. Leeches can be used to remove poison. That's what they're for. Let's put them in the not food bag. Do you remind me what's in this one? Ah, right, scrolls and stuff, and yeah. No, didn't mean to do that. Oh well. Are we hungry at all? Currently fed. We're not well fed, but we're fed. And then my burned out candles. Yeah, bollocks. 1. There we go. I need to find a supply of torches. Anyway, let's go ahead and save the game. 5. What are we on right now? We're on 7. Alright, sea monster. How about let's find out if I can actually fight in water. No, I can't. Alright, so. Beware the sea monster, beware the kraken. Or it waketh. Question is, how do we get out of here? Maybe a run jump? Will that do it? I do seem to be able to jump quite significantly far. Maybe. Oh no, it's back! Go away. Creature. Maybe if I... You there. Fiend. Look at all the teeth it has. Ah, I can hit it from here. My wooden shield was damaged. How dare it! How very dare it. Come on. Die, creature. I'm losing a lot of health right now. This thing is tough. Dead. Okay, we cannot fight the Kraken. Clearly. Journey onward. From number 7. Water text is still better than X-Plane 11. The shade. How you doing, Pedro? I need to get X-Plane 11 back up and running again at some point. I kind of miss it. Can't promise I'll stream any of it, but I do want to get it up and running again. I want to see what version of the Zebo we're on at the moment. And see if Flight Factory ever got their Airbus to not lag on my computer. Drink the crack and the street going wrong. Yeah. No, okay, it's not happening. It's clearly not happening. Let's swim the other direction. Get out of here. Oh no, the bat thing. Away with your bat thing, leave me alone. Does this ever end? My goodness. Eventually we're going to run out of stamina, I think, and then drown. We should be going north. That's apparently where the humans are. Oh no. I think it's happening. I saw a splash. Oh, wait, maybe I'm just being attacked by something. Oh. Just keep swimming. Serious head bob, yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely losing health. I don't know if it's because I'm being attacked or whether because I'm slowly drowning. It's impossible to say at this point. I check my map while in the water. I can. Holy crap, we've gone a long way, haven't we? Might have to go all the way back to the beginning and try some of those other doors or something. There's bridges here. Oh! Oh! Okay. This really doesn't buy us anything except for just some temporary relief. Let's save the game. 8. Land ho! Yeah. Maybe we should rest here. Currently fed and wide awake. My candle might be running out as well, and there's definitely a bat here. Well then. Might as well keep swimming. Nowhere else to go. Ah, here we go. Alright then. What are these? Plants. Does not feel like being any more descriptive than that. We'll just pick them up. And hope they're not poisonous or something. No. Call this one 9. Alright. Where are we now? Ooh, there's a fountain and also an inscription on the wall. What's this? The plaque reads, "O weary traveller, partake from these waters and feel new life course through thy veins." Right, if this was a fighting fantasy novel, we'd be fucked right now. I have a feeling. If we drank this, it'd probably just cause rocks to fall on our head or something, but I'll give it a go. Waters of the fountain renew your strength. Well, there you go. It was genuine. Who'd thunk it? That Death Trap Dungeon stream we did was absolutely amazing. Chat managed to get itself killed twice in one stream, which is something it's never previously accomplished. What did we just pick up there? Just picked up something. It just said nothing to get. Well, that was definitely a thing there. Lying bastard of a game. Where are we now? Okay, let's label this fountain, shall we? Yeah, what is this suspicious-looking corner here? Well, there's nowhere else to go, but I'm expecting the floor to collapse or something. Wait a minute. Is this a secret door? Yes, it is. I noticed the texture was a bit funny. Ha-ha! Well then. Welly, welly, well. A damaged door. Huh. Food. Floor meat. Peckish, apparently. Alright then, well. Let's eat some 2 day-old pieces of meat, day-old fish. We got 2 pieces of meat that are a day old, or a piece of meat that's 2 days old. Toadstools, plants. I have a feeling toadstools probably aren't healthy. Let's eat a piece of cheese. Tasted kind of bland. Oh, it wasn't very good cheese, was it? At least we're fed now, though. Oh, how you doing, chat? Sorry, I've been ignoring you a little bit, I feel. Step dive from Morrowind. Yeah, I tend to just go for MGSO. I know that it's the most not the most up-to-date thing, but dear God, it's so much easier. It literally installs itself. I'm not even joking. Like, it takes temporary control of your mouse to go install itself. And that is a Spoda. Away with you, Spoda. Run away from me. I want my XP, damn you. Success! I've turned it into thin red paste. Speaking of, like, early 3D games, you know what? Another game I found in my GOG library that I completely forgot I bought, and this one at least some of you might have heard of before, because I think I've had requests for it. But I found Realms of the Haunting in my GOG library. Whoa. Wouldn't mind playing that at some point. That was a cool game, Realms of the Haunting. Die, spider! I started to run away. Which means I have the upper hand. Finished. What do we have here, then? A blood... Really? That's some funny coloured blood. What is this? Serviceable leather gloves! I almost took that for just random wreckage. I'm glad I didn't. We have gloves now. Also. A day-old ear of corn. Also a skull. Also 3 spikes. Alright, I'm going to take the spikes, because I feel like they might be useful. I'm not entirely sure what for, but I'm taking them anyway. That could go in the food bag. Now we just need pauldrons. Yeah, well, we need chest armor of some sort. Look at the map. Where are we at right now? Okay. I love the map system in this game, where you write stuff on it yourself. It auto-maps it for you, so you don't have to get out an actual pencil and piece of paper to map that yourself. Which is why I don't play, honestly, like stuff like a Calabeth and the really old-school Ultima games, because I just can't deal without having an auto-map in these games. But I like this, though, where it auto-maps, but you can make notes on it. It's cool. It's cool. I like it. I like being able to make notes on maps. You filthy casual, get good, scrub. Ugh. I have attempted it before as a bit of an exercise. And, you know, there was some enjoyment out of it, but mostly just frustration. Because I would map stuff out wrong and then get lost. Okay, he's either disappeared. He's flown off, or I killed him, and I'm not sure which. He didn't play the little do not in music, so I don't think I killed him. Ghost bat. I think Moira's starting to go mad. She's just seeing random bats now that don't exist. What are these? Unblemished red gem and some leeches. Leeches, oddly enough, quite useful. So we shall take those. And put them in, I don't know, this bag. Put the gem in the big bag. That gem might be useful to sell to a merchant if we ever meet one, or alternatively, I feel like it might be the solution to a puzzle. Ah! It's probably one of the bridges we swam under. It is indeed! You stop playing and lose your frame of reference next session? Yeah. Oh, God! Red spider. I bet you're poisonous, aren't you? Lucky I picked up those leeches. Either that or you're magic. Not sure what that was I just saw. Out, yeah, poisonous. Arachnids of unusual size. Well, unusual size for anywhere but Australia. Gosh, you need to die. Before I do. I haven't saved in a while either. Oh god, that was close. Right. Where are my leeches at? Oh, did you see how close that was? My goodness. Holy crap. Alright, let's save the game. 11. My health bottle is completely empty. Let's sleep. We didn't sleep long enough, it seems. Sleep again. How are we doing now? Hungry and wide awake. Alright, well. To the food bag. Let's see this fish we came in here with. Peckish. The bread as well, then. Fed and wide awake, alright. This will do for now, I suppose. Let's get rid of this candle. Use this one. There we go. I'm just going to resave over number 3 there. Alright. That was close. I don't know how far back we saved either, so that was a little scary. What is this? Could it be by any chance a torso piece? A serviceable leather vest? Indeed it is. Don't mind if I do. Aha! Now we have a proper suit of armor-ish. What are these? They're spider eggs or something, aren't they? A strong thread. Right. Away with you to the miscellaneous bag. Might be useful for something, I never know. Braggett did say, pick up anything that looks like it might be useful. Now we've reached the part of the song that sounds like the CD player got stuck. No. We can turn off the music completely, of course, if we want to. So now we just have the random sound effects and the footsteps. I don't know if people honestly prefer that. I leave this up to you, really. It does become eerily quiet, doesn't it? Means we probably don't get the when we're fighting and stuff. Hey, Chef. I'm glad you're enjoying the stream. I'm enjoying it quite a bit myself. Alright. Okay, if we backtrack a little bit and then go this way. You'd rather have music? Why do the footsteps sound like a piano? Because they just do, honestly. Part of the sound design of the game. I think it's deliberately meant to sound like a piano as opposed to just sounding that way because MIDI. So. What is that? I was wondering what was making that noise. It's a hostile flesh slug. Nope. can hear it bonking towards me. Bonk, 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 bonk. It's sort of like a really crap Jaws. What is this? Pile of debris. Yeah, not interested then. There you go. Music's back on. Hey! There you go. It queued up the victory sound for us. What do we have here? Some rubble. Ah! Aha! The symbol of the Ankh. This is what we were looking for. The banner of Cabarrus. Friends be here. Hopefully. Hello! Goblin? You're not who I was expecting. You're not attacking me, which is good. A mellow goblin named Ebb. This is why we don't make assumptions about people based on their species. Hello, Ebb. So, who'll go there? My name is Moira. Moira, eh? I think I heard of you. You new here, eh? You come to right place. Grey Goblin's the most powerful group here. Good idea, speak with King Hetchaval. He very wise and strong. Maybe you best talk to Queen Retichal first, though. On you go now. Thank thee for the advice. Might as well be polite to the goblins. That's one of the things I love about this game. Like, the goblins you actually get to talk to instead of just mindlessly kill like in every other RPG. That's a button. I assume that closes this portcullis or something. I'm not going to mess with it. Clock 12. Hello. Who's this? You see the ceiling? Yeah, thanks. Very funny game. You see a mellow goblin named Retichal. Oh, that's the queen. That's a mellow goblin. That is a lurker. Doesn't appear to be attacking me for now, but might be their pet. Perhaps I should leave it alone. Mellow goblin. Retichal, okay. Retichal, yeah, whatever it is. Yes, what dost thou want, human? You speak very good for a goblin. I mean, I wish to speak to thy husband. And what reason hast thou for speaking to him? How susceptible are goblins to flattery? Shall we find out? I wish to congratulate him on his choice of bride. Very well, thou mayst speak to him. Do not overstay thy welcome, he is a busy man. Thank thee kindly. Apparently the arse is very susceptible to flattery. A lurk icon now, we could do that, you know. We could make that an emote. Flirt option, yeah. We just went with the Kirk option. Oh, what's this? The writing reads keep out. Alright. You see an upset goblin. You have business here. Mm-hmm. Canst thou tell me of thy race, the goblins? Grey goblins, grey goblins. Not just goblins. Say goblins, maybe you mean green goblins too. Ugh. You not want to know about them. Nasty and brutish they are. Uglier than humans even. Not related to us. No, not at all. Well then, what of the grey goblins? Ah, yes, grey goblins. Much better. We, the rulers of this area. All others look up to us, humans. Green goblins, spiders even. You look for powerful group, you came to right place. Dost thou wish to trade some items with me? Okay, what do you have? I make thee this offer? Alright, I think... Oh, okay, here we go. This is how the trading works, if I recall. He's got 5 gold and a shield, which none of which I really want, to be honest with you. I have these spikes. These lovely spikes. There you go. Have some spikes. And also this mushroom. Actually, do you want the toadstool? I make thee this offer. No, I know like. Alright, fair enough. I mean, they're pretty rubbish, honestly. I do not wish to barter any further. Farewell. Yeah, what happened to the stuff I was just carrying? Oh, it just got dropped on the floor. Lol. Alright, I accidentally drew my weapon. I hope they don't get pissed at me. Give me back my spikes. Excuse me, I want these spikes. Yep. Thank you. Right. Saveth the game. Expecting to vanish into the abyss. That kind of same here, really, honestly. Alright, where's the king at, then? Ah, secret door. Secret door. Secret door is locked. Damn. A button. What do we have here? Ooh, stuff. Ragged scroll. Pole. Pile of debris. What does the scroll say? Oh, it's the... This is where the guy was locked up. Look, the pole. He mentioned the pole. That he used that to push the button to open the thing. You guys, how's that for attention to detail? It was, you know... The NPC mentioned it, and lo, here it is, you see? World building, folks. Right, what's the scroll say, then? I hope they don't get pissed if I pick this up. The dim-witted goblins have given me the tool I need. Tonight I shall make good my escape from this filthy cell. Braggett. Why would you write that down, Braggett? Why? Why would you do such a thing? You loon. Bored, yeah, I suppose so. Maybe he wrote it hoping the goblins would read it. Actually, the more I think about this, the more I feel like Braggett was in the wrong, because clearly these goblins are not hostile. And he probably went into the area marked Keep Out, didn't he? And that's what got him in there in the first place. See, the goblins are just very misunderstood, as it turns out. Yeah, see here, this bit's marked Keep Out. He probably went in there, the silly idiot. We allowed to be here? King must be around here somewhere. That's another bedroll. I don't need that. Mellow goblin named Ketchup. This is the king, indeed. Yes. Hello. Who be ye, and what business have ye here? I am Moira. I wish to speak to thee. I have never heard of ye. Be ye friend to Vernix? Vernix who? Vernix, the so-called king of the so-called green goblins. Nay, I am no friend of his. Very well. Did you speak with him? No, should I? Don't bother. He's a complete waste of time. You're fortunate ye came to me first. Indeed I am. Canst thou tell me of this abyss? A human fool named Cabarrus convinced many of our people to come here and colonize this accursed place. When his dreams were shown to be mere folly, he killed himself by taking poison and left us to our fates. Tragic. Indeed, 'tis not fair. Still, we must persevere. Was there anything else? I need to find a girl. I know nothing of no girl. I've got problems of me own. Such as? My enemies are legion. Even the vermin here are troublesome. A great she-spider known as Navari Night Eyes threatens my folk. Nor is she my only problem, though she is enough. Her web, ye know, is strong as iron, and does not burn. A goblin caught in it will stay till he rots. Terrible. Or perhaps I can help. Do not be a fool. None can slay the dread Navari. Now, you came here for something. What do you want? Thou hast helped me already. I thank thee. I must be going. Me lord, your grace, your majesty. I guess that's probably the toilet. Since you can't go underwater in this game, there's really no point in going in there, other than to be disgusting. There's that locked secret door. Well, this was an enlightening conversation with the Grey Goblins. Let us move on. Also mark them on the map. Grey Goblins. We never did find the humans in the end, did we? Some sort of bridge we're on right now. Oh, take that. Oh, we're making our way back south again. So does this entire game take place underground in this dank dungeon? Pretty much. Hello? Oh, gosh, you're not friendly, are you? What's your problem? Get. It's truly an epic fight, this. Ah, brilliant. I've attained experience level 3. And he dropped some stuff, too. What have you dropped? A serviceable leather cap, much like my own. Pile of debris. 4 coins, and a badly worn cudgel. I shall pick these up. Oh, what else have we got here? A badly worn sling, and 8 sling stones. These we shall take. I think. As we shall take this cudgel. And this. And how many coins was this? Just 100! There we go, I'll do all of them. 4 coins, alright. Let's see. 214. Arena Overworld is pretty weak. Yeah, it is really, really weak. So yeah, the game does take place entirely within the Underworld, but on the bright side, it's a properly designed big, massive Dungeon of Doom, as opposed to your Daggerfall Dungeons of Doom, which are rubbish, because 90% of them were just generated by a computer and have really vague quest objectives in them that have no markers or anything to indicate where they are, no clues or anything. And it had a terrible map. This game at least has quite a nice map. You know what? I'm going to keep making notes on the map here. I'm going to call this Mad Goblin. Daggerfall's dungeons are too big and too difficult to navigate, and yeah, there's never any indication of where you should be looking in them for your quest objective. Which is a shame, because the rest of the game is actually quite good. But not good enough for me to want to put up with the rest of it. Door is locked. It's a sturdy door as well. I don't know if I'm going to be able to bash that down. I could use that spare cudgel. Have a few smacks at it. Yeah, alright then. You know what? We'll do that. Just remember that I had it. That's the food bag. There we go. Okay, Christ, which one's which now? Badly worn cudgel, worn cudgel. We want the badly worn cudgel. There we go. You will note there is some sparks, so we are making some progress, but I don't really know how much. Cudgel was damaged. Cudgel was damaged. It's gonna be dead in a minute. Methinks we probably need a key for this door, and it was destroyed. Right, there you go. And yes, the door is no closer to opening. It is a damaged door at least, but yeah, well, actually, we do still have this. Dagger was destroyed. Apparently, although I can still use it. It's weird. Hey, there we go. And then it's gone. Alright, that's a little bit of a weird exploit, but I'll take it. Alright. Save game. What have we here? A skeleton. That's what we have here. I'm going to go out on a limb and say he's probably not friendly. It's hostile indeed, yeah. Is this thing going to be like stupidly high level? I do have a mace at least, which in old school RPG terms is a good idea to use against skeletons. Yeah, I mean, but the teleport ability only helps you so far in Daggerfall. Yes, you can teleport back to the entrance, but that doesn't help you find your quest objective. Like, whenever I've played Daggerfall, I have always played a battle mage purely because it allows you the access to the teleport spell. Because, yes, playing it without the teleport spell is basically madness. It's a shame that it's practically mandatory in order to be able to enjoy the game, but even then, you still have the issue of basically, you know, Still having no luck finding your quest objectives. And a chain cowl. Hello. I want that. Don't know how many gold that is. We'll just chuck it there. A couple of gold pieces and a worn short sword. Right, that is going in there. Ah. Serviceable cudgel, as opposed to our worn cudgel. I like it. Spare weapons for bashing down doors with, basically. A tapestry. We open this sturdy door, or are we locked in? I think we're bloody locked in, aren't we? But I think this door guards the way towards progress, so we better knock it down anyway. However, we are going to rest first. Are we hungry at all? Peckish, yeah. Right. Let's go to sleep again. There we go. And now we are very hungry and wide awake. All right, so apple, meat, peckish, the other meat then. Okay, we're going through our food quite quickly here, but oh well. What you gonna do? Bash down the doors, that's what we're gonna do. Inventory, Tetris, or an encumbrance system. I think it's got a bit of both. That number 26 on the right there, that goes down every time I add something to my inventory, so. I love that it plays action music whenever you get your weapon out, so we have a very action-packed, dramatic door-smashing session. Hey, there we go. Re-equip my good cudgel. And we shall continue. I didn't actually damage number 2. It's a weird thing. As long as I don't stop attacking the door and put the thing away, I can keep using it even though it's been destroyed. As you can see, it's still a serviceable cudgel. I wasn't actually using that. I discovered it earlier with the dagger. It's a little bit of an exploit. If I just keep whacking the door, even though it says the cudgel's been destroyed, it allows you to keep doing it. It's useful. Very useful indeed. Hello. Another door. Oh, is this where we were earlier? Ah, right. That was pointless exercise smashing that door down, as it turns out. Okay, this is a new area, though. Also, our candle ran out ages ago. And sadly, we have no more. So no light source for us. Another sturdy looking door. Let's check if it's open. Unsurprisingly, no. Right, I could probably break the short sword to get it open, but we'll explore elsewhere for now. What's that? Bone. This is a very large room. What is this? Is that a baguette? Yeah, it is. Into the food bag with you. Floor bread. Yum. Almost as delicious as wall chicken. What an odd room. Maybe there's a secret door in here somewhere. Shall call this pointless room. Ooh. Well then, Mr. Door. Have at thee, I say. Riveting, isn't it, this gameplay? Repeatedly stabbing doors until they open. At least it's got very exciting music. Currently, I think I'm winning. As you can see, look, it says the short sword was destroyed, but I can clearly keep attacking with it. And now it is done. It will be put away and disappear. It's a little exploit with the animations, I think. Alright, what do we have here? Switches and things. Interesting. A lever. Okay. Hang on a minute. Got textures under them. Look, this one's cobble. This one's sort of brown. This one's like dark grey. This one is sandy. Now then. Just one cotton pick in a minute, but if I do recall... Sandy. Like dark. I see it corresponds to these pillars in this, as it turns out, not quite so pointless room. Alright then, well, we have a puzzle on our hands, folks. Let's turn that all the way around and see what happens. I'm gonna guess maybe it does something to the height of it? Yeah, it does. What if we do that? Put them at evenly spaced intervals ascending like that. What happens? Don't honestly know, actually. We get up on here. We can. Oh! Jump straight over the damn thing. No! Interesting. This third one might still be too high. Oh god, first person platforming, particularly in this game. But hey, look, we're getting somewhere. Yeah, he says as he falls off again. Success! And what have we accomplished? Not an awful lot. I think we need to be able to get up onto there, but we're not quite high up enough. Alright, need to fiddle with it again a little bit. Make it a little bit higher. See if this is enough. Ah, not really. No. Ooh! I'm gonna give that one more try. Back up. Okay. Right. Ah, no, I don't think it can be done. Oh, just there we go. Ha ha! Ha 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 ha! What have we here then? A gold coffer. With nowhere to put it. Just drop this bloody sling for now. It contains things. Unblemished scepter, worn leather vest, a worn axe, worn leather leggings, leather cap, resilient sphere. Oh, interesting. This gold can go in the box. And that sling can just... I don't care anymore about the sling. What is this? Ooh. Here lies Corianus, the master builder. Long he toiled to rework the abyss into a home fit for the coming of Cabarrus's colonists. Tragedy did strike before his task was done, when a stone block fell upon his head. Oh no! Well, we have found the tomb of Corianus. For what that's worth. Oh boy. Jump. Ow. Did you see the little dragon cover his head then? Yeah, that we should probably rest. That hurt. Peckish. Save it for now. Well then. We can rename this now. Tomb of Cabarrus. Yes, falling damage is indeed a thing in this game, as it turns out. And we find ourselves back here. Well then, so... where to now? The only branching passageways I can think of that we didn't go down are the... well, these. The river. So... oh, and that restricted area and the Grey Goblins bit, but... time for a dip. That's what I'm thinking. Possibly. So we'll go for another half hour. When we get to 11 o'clock, we'll start up Beyond Good and Evil. Yeah, I think we might be going for a swim. Start naming these so I actually remember what I was doing in them. Sploosh! Alright. We want to go left here. The head bob is real. It's like I'm playing Stalker. Alright. Now we're here. We've leveled up a few times. I'm just sort of wondering if we get to assign any points in anything, or if it just sort of naturally happens. Guess it just sort of naturally happens. Third level fire at the moment, so... stream is going to get cut short now by the silly clock moving, isn't it? Yeah, it's 2 o'clock is when it actually happens, isn't it? I don't think I'll play till 2 o'clock. That's usually when I stop, so... the green potion, eh? Also some plants. debris. Was the poison effect green? Yes, it was. Ooh. Combat! Might be an antidote or something, but I've got leeches for that if I need to. Yeah, take that, you stupid slug. What do we have here? This looks important. Peering into the crystal ball, a vision of a strange world appears. Bizarre creatures float through space. A green path, flanked by a black void on either side, runs off into the distance. Somehow you know the path leads to Britannia. Can we take this? Cannot pick that up. Okay. Bizarre creatures float through space. A green path, flanked by a black void on either side, runs off into the distance. Somehow you know the path leads to Britannia. For some reason that reminds me of Ultima 2. I mean, Ultima Underworld 2. Ultima Underworld 2 got pretty damn trippy. Oh. You run away from me. A key! My goodness, finally. A door I won't have to bash down, hopefully. Oh, maybe I should try this red key on a few more doors in future. Instead of bashing them down. I don't want to drop it, I want to... Key unlocks the lock. Right. Oh god, I was wondering why my movement was going all weird. This is a frickin' rotworm. Now an ex-rotworm. It has ceased to be. Alright. Oh, we're all the way back down at the southern end of the level 1 now. Good heavens, you know what, if we keep going this way, we might end up on the other side of one of these locked doors. Which I'm beginning to suspect I could have opened with the red key, but maybe we'll find out sooner rather than later. Let's save the game. And we have choices here, apparently. Oh, many choices. Ah, bats! Swim away, Moira! Swim! Oh, it's nothing but dead ends. Oh, it was a trap. A trap full of bats. Yep, pretty much. That looks like a dead end to me. I don't recall using the red key on any doors that didn't open. I used it on the one door that did. I don't know. What do we got here? Ah, it's just an alcove. Whoa! Alright, well that wasn't very clever. I'm back down here again now. Let's just take another look over here, just to be sure. Away with your bats. They're blocking my path. The gits. Let me through. This is the way forward, I think. Let me through. You annoying flying winged monstrosity. Actually, can I even get through here? The game really doesn't seem to want to let me through here. Yeah, it's not happening. Bugger off, you stupid bat. All it leads to is the other side of this anyway. I don't think that's supposed to. I don't think. Yeah, that's not a bit we're allowed to get through. Is there a thing I can jump to over the other side of there? I think there is, you know. Well, might as well give it a try. Jump. Do. Ooh. Okay. Progress. There's a door over there. Door. God damn it. See, that's why I saved. Bounced straight off it. There you go. A nice measured ordinary walking jump instead of a running jump. A massive door. Does it open? Of course not. Key does not fit. Key does not fit. These bats just make such annoying noises. Do we have any weapons with which we might smash it down? Not really. Oh, shit. I didn't mean to do that. No, monsieur. We have a green potion, and that's kind of it. Mahusive door. I'm also hungry now. Very well. Eat this tasty bread. Tastes kind of bland. Right, maybe not that tasty, but, you know. It'll do. Guess it is currently evening. How? How do I guess? Clearly we need some variety of key for this. So let's go back to jump. And ignore this for now. I don't have a spare weapon to bash it down with, so fuck it, we'll just leave it. But besides, it's a massive door apparently, so who's to say you even can bash it down? We did find the crystal ball, which doesn't seem to do an awful lot, but you know. Better try some of the other branching paths up here then. Because there were some, I think. Where's that? Oh, what the? No. Hang on a minute. Unblemished scepter. Do you think I could use that with a crystal ball somehow? mean, they're both kind of the same color. Alright, see you, Hamov. I don't understand why people play Daggerfall and Arena over other games available like this. I think it's literally just because it has the Elder Scrolls label on it. Swear to God. I mean, if you really genuinely enjoy it, fair enough. But for me, I'd much rather play this. Yeah, okay, so let's see. Use? Oh, by right-clicking it with use, it makes a sound. Or it did. Does it cast magic or something and I've now just used up all the magic in it? Bollocks, I bet I have. I meant to jump. Alright, let's go swimming again. Not this way, though. Not that way either. Sploosh. Yeah, I mean, that's fair enough. It's just, I feel like Daggerfall and Arena get like a disproportionately large amount of attention compared to other games of the era that are arguably better. And I think the reason for that is quite simply because they have the Elder Scrolls label on them, and that's really what it comes down to. Don't know where to go to next. We went there, and there was a jump that, unfortunately, was kind of, we just couldn't make it. Yeah, very funny spaghetti, but the difference is I'm not lost. Aha, a new path. Right then. Oh no, lurker. Go away. Leave me alone. Woo! Bad lurker. Go away. Oh, hello. What have we got here then? We have a box. A box. Tell you what, let's put the bedroll away somewhere I won't accidentally bloody use it. Which contains runes. Alright. Oh, god damn it. I can go there then. Inventory management. Oh, yes. The box can go in the bag. And you can bugger off, you stupid lurker. Go away. Now, where are we? Totally new area. Dr. Fat, I'm sorry to hear that, mate, but look, I'm not gonna, I mean, I'm gonna play this for another 15 minutes, like I said. I'm afraid I can't change the game I'm playing for one viewer that's got a headache. I hope that doesn't sound too callous, but the fact is there's, like, at least probably, like, 78 people watching right now, and I can't change the game just for one of them. Ah! The Banner of Cabarrus. This is what we want. Although... Is that a green goblin by any chance? A mellow goblin named Drog. I bet these are the green goblins that live here. Hello, Drog. May I speak with thee? Yeah, I think if you've got a bad headache and lightheadedness as well, you should probably, like, take some time away from the computer, mate. That doesn't sound good. Yeah, like Second Sin says.
Yes, what is your business here?
I wish to view the splendor of thy settlement.
This is best place to see when you see Abyss. King Vernix, he bravest in whole Underworld. You go see him if he see you.
Marvelous! You've been granted entry. Shall save this as... Green Gobbos. This is a very long corridor. Bloody hell. Is that another fountain? Yeah, it is. You see a fountain. Can I use the fountain? The water refreshes you. It apparently refreshes me, but I'm not sure how. Perhaps it restores mana or something. Another one over here. Yeah. Well, this is a lovely little fountainy area. Hello again, Drog. My god, a 3D object. A bench. Very fancy looking door. Hello. A mellow goblin. Wouldst thou speaketh with me?
Hey, you not goblin? Why you here?
Where is thy leader?
Yeah, Vernix, he king. Maybe you want to talk to bodyguard Lanugo first. They in northwest, at end of high overhang path.
What canst thou tell me of thy people?
Green goblins, yes, good. We are strongest and bravest in Abyss. Grey goblins, they nasty and weak. You no want talk to them. Also, watch out for some mean goblins, not like our settlement. They wear red. Good goblins near banners with funny marks like me.
I guess we met one of the red goblins. Earlier, that was the dude who attacked us. Need some items with thee. What do you have? Slings. No, we're good, thank you. Bye, Mr. Random Goblin. With a little fire pit. And a bedroll. And a bath/toilet. I really don't know which. Who's this? Another mellow goblin. An upset goblin. And the green goblin area is quite the labyrinth. Now we're back in on this bit. Okay. Ooh. What's this say? Keep out. Alright, we better do that then. I have no wish to anger the goblins. Back to I'll hold the phone. Green goblins. Be here. And we still haven't found the humans either. I think the humans must be... Well, I don't know.
Wealth
actually.
beyond
Whoa.
measure, Outlander.
Bloody hell. Of the bat reps kind of make me want to get into 40k. Your tower, your favorite. And the message is now gone. I still need to update that so it goes... stays on the screen for longer. But thank you very, very, very much for your generous donation, sir. I'm glad you're enjoying the bat reps. The bat reps are quite honestly my favorite videos that I make. Like, by a country mile, hands down. I love them just so much. There is no set of videos I am more proud of than them. They take an awful lot of work to make, but they're freaking great. I'm glad people enjoy them. Window there. Lanugo, yes, we were told to speak to you. You're the bodyguard to the king or something.
That be not bothering the boss, eh?
Why dost thou not ask him thyself?
Yeah, well, I could do that. But the boss don't like to be bothered with, like, practical stuff. His mind is on, higher things.
Perhaps I could give thee a small gift to show my appreciation.
I don't see no gift.
Oh, right, I think I need to put something in this slot here. Have a spare helmet. And also this armor. Oh, how about a nice axe? There we go. Here is a gift. Don't you have any gold or something? Alright, fine. God. Have a gold piece.
Thanks, that right enough for a human. Tell the what? If the talks to the boss be real, like, complimentary. He likes that.
I thank thee kindly.
Sure thing. Hey, gotta go. Time for me to start dinner. You want to stay? Swarm stew? Tonight, me specialty.
Worm stew?
Aye, me mother used to make it. That takes a rotworm, chops it up fine, and then marinates it in port with mushrooms. Here, this is all I writ down on this.
I thank thee kindly. Oh, hey, look, the inventory has layers in this box. Interesting. This recipe for worm stew requires port, a green mushroom, a dead rotworm, and a bowl to mix them in. I bet we could make that if we really wanted to. What is that? A mandolin. You would be King Vernix, would you not? Alright. Yes. All hail the most mighty and puissant ruler of the great and noble race of the Green Goblins.
Greetings to thee. For what reason hast thou intruded on our court?
I have quested long to drink from the fountain of thy wisdom, O Pearl among Kings.
True, I am rather wise, come to think of it. What dost thou wish to know?
Who was Sir Cabarrus?
Thou hast the manners of an acid slug. Get out of here.
I do most humbly crave thy pardon.
Well, perhaps thou canst be forgiven. This place is full of the most frightfully rude people. Thou mayest remain. What is it thy need?
Merely to partake in some small manner of thy vast knowledge. How came you by that gorgeous cloak?
It does suit me, doesn't it? I had it made especially for me. One simply doesn't find work like this in the underground. Well, perhaps the mountain folk do make a few nice things, but they tend toward metals rather than clothes. And of course the seers, the ancient illuminated seers of the Moonstone, they call themselves, they do nice work too, but they generally tend more towards the literary than the sartorial arts.
And this hall, it is most beautiful.
Well, one does what one can.
I love this goblin, it's amazing. Yeah, good. I'm glad you're feeling better, dude.
Of course, those awful gray goblins took all the really nice things with them when they stole away in the night. This was just after Sir Cabarrus died, you know, when things were falling apart. And we've had to make do since then. One of these days, I'm going to get some poison into Ketchaval or his ugly wife, which amounts to the same thing. He's terribly henpecked, you know. And then we'll see what's what. King of the Grey Goblins indeed. Why, he's an upstart. His father was a horse thief. But enough of this. You wanted to know something? How can I help you?
What are these talismans of which I hear?
Thou art entirely too generous with thy time.
Do somebody crave thy pardon? Your vast knowledge. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else we can get out of him. This hall is most beautiful. It's very kind of thee to take the time to help me, your majesty.
Oh, mention it not. It is so seldom that I get a chance to speak to a really intelligent person. I mean, our allies, the lizard men, are nice enough, but the poor fellows can't speak a word of the common tongue. They understand it well enough, but the poor things don't have the mouth to speak it, and their language is so difficult. I know Sith and click mean yes and no, but I don't know which is which. Then there are the Knights of Crooks and Sata. They can talk all well enough, but all they'll ever say is how many trolls they've killed. Frightful bore, even if it does help keep the pest population down. Both kinds of pests, knights and trolls, you know.
It must be a trial even for one as noble as yourself.
Oh, indeed it is. Sometimes I wonder how I even managed. It wasn't always like this, you know. When Sir Cabarrus was alive, things were so much better. He had all of us working together so well. A born leader was that man. When he founded this colony, you could have made a wager anywhere in Britannia that it wouldn't work. But he made it so. I still think one of those bastard Greys must have done him in. There were certain items, too. Well, I suppose it will do no harm to tell thee. Cerberus collected 8 great talismans, each embodying a certain virtue. He was a great one for virtue, was our Cerberus. And it was well known that he intended them to come to the leaders of the various groups here in the Abyss. Well, we never saw them. If they still exist, they must be lost. But I must be boring thee. Well, actually, yes. I could listen forever, Your Majesty, but I've taken enough of your time. Well, bless you. You're such a charming conversationalist. Please do visit again. Oh, I love it. This game is so good. Right. So we learned about the talismans and a bit more about Cerberus there, and the fact that there's these knights that exist, and there's also trolls, lots of trolls down there apparently. So, good to know. Make sure we've scouted out everything in here. What's the deal with this here? A pillar. Oh, it's just a pillar. Okay. Fine. Hello. Ooh, hello. What's this? Oh, that's the entrance. Oh. Sorry, Drog. I think he was called Drog. Right. More to explore this way, it seems. And there's also down there, too. Oh, this is where we came in, isn't it? Because that's where the lurker was. Well, it's just gone 11 o'clock, actually. So, let us save the game. 3. End of stream. All right. Good game. Right. That was fun. Well, there we go. That's Ultima Underworld as voted for by you folks. I found out about all the things you could ask, but with flattery and rambling instead of encyclopedia NPC. Yeah, I know, right? Like, because you could ask him directly, and he would just be like, "Oh, you're so good." But if you humor him, he tells you everything that you want to know. Instead, it's great. So yeah, it's you know, again, not to bang on about Daggerfall again. Apologies, but you know, once again, it's rather a more memorable conversation than you generally have with any of the NPCs in Daggerfall, with their whole sort of encyclopedia of topics approach. You know, to be fair, like Morrowind did it too, and the Elder Scrolls has always had fairly shite dialogue, so there's nothing new there, but. Perhaps you're beginning to see why I prefer this game to any of those. For example, yes, I went into a big dungeon and I fought monsters, but I also met a goblin king who was completely and utterly vain, and who I could only get to tell me information by flattering him constantly. You know, that's memorable stuff.